Switzerland is regularly ranked among the wealthiest, safest, and most stable countries in the world. But behind those dazzling headlines lies a deeper story of a nation that operates quietly, going about its business in ways almost entirely unique compared to the rest of the globe. Switzerland is calm, unassuming. In fact, this country is often labeled boring. Yet it's precisely this boring quality that forms the foundation of its success. Switzerland's success stems from its unusual political system. Unlike many countries, Switzerland does not have a powerful head of state, no president with sweeping powers, no prime minister guiding the nation. Instead, the country is governed by a federal council of 7 members who run the government collectively. Each year, one of those 7 is elected president, but that role is largely ceremonial. Leadership in Switzerland is about collaboration, consensus, and serving the common good, not about personalities or flashy speeches. One of the most distinctive features of Swiss governance is its commitment to direct democracy. Instead of voting only once every few years, Swiss citizens cast ballots multiple times a year, not just to elect representatives, but to decide actual laws and policies. These referendums carry real consequences. Citizens decide on pension reforms, environmental protections, and tax laws directly. It reflects a deep trust in ordinary people's capacity to make complex decisions. Gather 50,000 signatures, and your issue is put to a nationwide vote. Swiss citizens decide on issues big and small, sometimes voting on specific local matters like banning certain types of buildings or whether shops should open on Sundays. Language adds a rich layer of diversity to Switzerland. The country has 4 national languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Where you are determines what you hear. Zurich and central regions use Swiss German. Geneva speaks French, Ticino Italian, and a small mountain region holds on to Romansh. Many Swiss people grow up speaking 2 or even 3 languages. And English is widely understood, especially among young people and in cities. 1 nation, 4 languages, 1 united spirit. Imagine entering a town in the east and being greeted in German. Then in Geneva, everything switches to French. Down south, you hear Italian in cafes, and in a remote mountain village, you might even hear ancient Romansh. This isn't just a country, it's a multilingual chorus where people speaking different languages come together to run their society like a Swiss watch, precise, peaceful, and united. Swiss life is defined by a strong sense of civic responsibility. Many people participate in community groups, volunteer activities, or local committees. Festivals and traditional events happen regularly, bringing people together to celebrate agriculture, folk music, and seasonal foods. Another notable aspect is the Swiss attitude toward punctuality. Here, being on time is not just polite, it's mandatory. Being late is seen as disrespectful, especially at work. This precision reflects the craftsmanship of Swiss watches. And indeed, Switzerland remains a global leader in watchmaking. This culture of direct democracy led to one of the most famous modern referendums, a proposal for an unconditional basic income of about 20,500 francs per month for every adult Swiss citizen, regardless of employment status. The idea captured global attention, but Swiss voters rejected it decisively. Nearly 77% opposed it. Many believed their existing system worked well and that giving people money without conditions could undermine the work ethic that sustains their economy. Mutual respect extends throughout Swiss society. Switzerland is not known for its wealth, not for flaunting it. Humility is deeply ingrained. Even affluent people often drive modest cars and live in simple homes. Overt displays of wealth are generally frowned upon. Instead, people focus on financial security and long-term stability. That strong work ethic goes hand in hand with another Swiss hallmark: trust. Here, bicycles sit unlocked, front doors remain open. In rural areas, farm shops operate on an honor system. You take what you want and leave money in a box. In cities, public transit runs largely on trust. No ticket gates, just occasional inspections. But Switzerland is expensive. From housing to groceries, everything carries a steep price tag. A cup of coffee can easily cost 5-6 francs, and dining out can be extremely costly. Luckily, Swiss wages are high, allowing most people to manage the cost of living. Income levels rank among the world's highest, and unemployment rates stay low. The Swiss are also famous for their strong emphasis on work-life balance. They work hard, typically around 40 to 42 hours a week, and vacation time is taken very seriously. By law, every employee is entitled to at least 4 weeks of paid leave, and many get even more. But above all, one tradition reigns supreme: Sundays on Sundays. Nearly everything stops. Shops close, construction halts, and even lawn mowing or noisy home repairs are considered inappropriate. It's a sacred time for rest, family, and quiet reflection. Switzerland, where peace is a luxury. There's a place on earth where silence is a luxury. In Switzerland, you can hear cowbells echoing through the valleys, snow falling softly on mountain peaks, and that precious stillness isn't interrupted by car horns, drills, or city chaos. This is a country where Sundays are sacred, where people pause everything just to live. Maybe that's why Switzerland is a dream destination, not for thrill seekers, but for those longing to find themselves in the embrace of nature. Switzerland's education system is equally impressive, efficient, accessible, and practical. Public schools are free, and higher education is far more affordable than in many other countries. One standout feature is Switzerland's strong vocational training system. Many young people choose to pursue a trade early, like engineering, hospitality, or IT, giving them real-world skills that match market needs. This creates a highly skilled, flexible workforce and helps keep unemployment rates low. Switzerland also shines in healthcare. The quality of medical care is extremely high, but so is the cost. Every resident is required to purchase private health insurance, and premiums can be steep. But in return, people get access to world-class healthcare with short wait times and cutting-edge technology. Switzerland's transport system is nothing short of remarkable. It has the densest public transportation network in the world. Trains, trams, buses, and ferries reach even the smallest villages, and everything runs with stunning precision. Swiss trains are famous for their punctuality and offer breathtaking scenic routes through Europe's most majestic landscapes. Trains arrive to the minute, linking even remote mountain villages. It's like living inside a giant Swiss watch. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to enjoy it. Imagine sitting on a train gliding through the snowy Alps, gazing at green valleys and mirror-like lakes that reflect the sky. Here, even the journey is a luxury. No need for flashy destinations. In Switzerland, simplicity, punctuality, and kindness make travel unforgettable. Public transport here isn't just for tourists, it's part of everyday life for the Swiss. The Swiss have a deep love for nature. Switzerland is world famous for its stunning landscapes, majestic mountains, crystal clear lakes, and lush green valleys. But for the Swiss, it's not just scenery, it's a playground. Outdoor activities like hiking, skiing, and mountain biking are a vital part of life. This country boasts over 65,000 kilometers of hiking trails, more than the length of its road network. City dwellers often head to the mountains on weekends to recharge. Switzerland also stands out in environmental protection. Recycling isn't just encouraged, it's mandatory. Households must separate their waste properly or face fines. Energy conservation is a national priority, with a strong focus on renewable sources, especially hydropower, which makes up a large share of the country's electricity supply. Here's a fun fact. Switzerland doesn't have an official capital. Bern is the seat of the government and is often referred to as the capital. But officially, it's only designated as the federal city. This reflects the country's strong decentralized system. Switzerland is made up of 26 cantons, each with its own constitution, laws, police force, and tax structure. These cantons operate much like independent states. Although politically neutral, Switzerland maintains a strong defense system. Most young men are required to serve in the military, and many continue their training for years afterward. It's common for Swiss men to keep their military rifles at home after service. Despite strict ammunition regulations, Switzerland has one of the lowest gun violence rates in the world, thanks to rigorous background checks and a strong culture of responsibility, even with high gun ownership. In business, Switzerland is known for its cautious and calculated approach. Companies here tend to avoid risky ventures, favoring steady, long-term growth over rapid expansion. This mindset, combined with strict banking laws and high privacy standards, has turned Switzerland into a global financial hub, attracting not just the wealthy but multinational corporations seeking stability. Of course, no country is perfect. Switzerland faces challenges too: immigration debates, urban housing shortages, and environmental concerns from tourism. But true to their nature, the Swiss tackle these issues with care, thoughtfulness, and often through direct votes. Switzerland is a country of balance. It doesn't chase rapid growth or dramatic change, but values consistency, reliability, and community trust. Its slow and steady lifestyle might seem boring to outsiders, but for those who live here, it's exactly what brings peace and satisfaction. In a world that often feels chaotic and rushed, Switzerland offers an alternative, a place where prosperity is subtle, where stability is built through patience, cooperation, and respect for both tradition and modern life. This is Switzerland, a land where peace is protected, where systems run smoothly, where nature is honored, and life flows at a calm, intentional pace. That's the end of our video. See you next time. Goodbye.